Hi students, this is the second lesson in the relations and functions. In the first lesson, we have just prepared the ground. We defined ordered pair actually. Then we also defined cross product of two sets A and B. Then we studied some of the properties. Then I told the purpose of studying this cross product and ordered pair is to study further, that is relations and functions. Now, let me, before giving the definition of relation, let me give you an idea what is the meaning of relation. See, yesterday in the last class, I made a mention. Suppose A is a set, say for example 1, 2, and B is another set, say 3, 4. Then we can prepare A cross B, that is cross product. So by taking all ordered pairs, taking the first element from the first and the second element from the second set, so this is ordered cross product. Then I just made a mention that relation is nothing but it is the subset of this ordered pair. But for the beginner, when we say why it is called relation, it may not be convincing. Therefore, let me give a very simple, relevant example. You know Ramayana. Say, let me take for example A as set of Dasharath is the king. So just let me write DA, Dasharath. Then his wife Kausalya, I will just write K O U, Kausalya. Then Sumitra, and he had three wives, and Kaikeyi. So this is the set. In terms of set language, even set can contain people. Now let me take B as, say, Ram. He is the first son. Then Lakshman, I will just write LAX. Then Bharat, BHR. And Shatrughna, SHG. That is it. So these are the four sons of Dasharath. And of course, these are the three wives. Now what I do is, see, in terms of mathematics now, I can make a cross product, A cross B. Yesterday in the last class we have seen this contains four elements, this contains four elements. So 4 into 4, 16 ordered pairs I can make A cross B, or B cross also I can make 16 ordered pairs. Now then I made a mention that relation is nothing but it is a subset of ordered pair. Why it is called relation? Let me take a relation R. I will take only specific ordered pairs. For example, I will take Dasharath and Ram. Then I will take Dasharath and Lakshman. Then I will take Dasharath and Bharat. And then last one, Dasharath and Shatrughna. Now, what is the relationship between the first element and the second element? So that is why it is called relation. Dasharath is the father of Ram. Dasharath is the father of Lakshman also. Dasharath is the father of Bharat. Dasharath is the father of Shatrughna. Therefore, that is why this is called a relation. So there exists a particular definite relationship between the first element and the second element of the ordered pair. So now, in terms of mathematics, mathematical concept, this R is subset of A cross B. This is A cross B. Now, we can also make, for example, this, suppose you say R1, I can take R2. Say, for example, I will take KOU. Then what should I take? Suppose you want to make a meaningful relation. Then I can take Ram. Because you know, Kausalya is the mother of Ram. So this relation has only one element. So this is one more subset. Similarly, if you take R3 for example, then Lakshman is the son of Sumitra, and this Bharat is also son of Sumitra. Therefore, I can write here Sumitra, then Lakshman, and then Sumitra and Shatrughna. See here, this contains two elements. Sumitra is the mother of Lakshman. Sumitra is the mother of Shatrughna. And I can take R4, one more relation. For example, I can take Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi's son is Bharat, so B Bharat. So this is one relation. This is also subset of R, A cross B. This is another relation. This is also subset of this. This is another relation. This is also so here you see, in the first one, is the father of, that is the relation. Here is the mother of. The moment you say is the mother of, you cannot include the remaining. So here Kausalya, Ram I have to take. Then Sumitra and Lakshman, Sumitra and Shatrughan, and Kaikeyi and Bharat. That is why relation is called subset of ordered pairs. So subset of cross product. I'm sorry, subset of a cross product. So this is the meaning. Now let me give the definition. So the definition is this. Definition: let A and B two non-empty sets. Two non-empty sets. Then a relation R from A to B is a subset of A cross B. So this is very important, subset of it. So it is from A to B, from A to B. This is the mathematical definition of relation. Now let me take some example. Say instead of say such example, let me take example from mathematics. Say let us take A equal to say 1, 2, 3. Then B equal to say 5, 6, 7. Suppose you write A cross B, you need not write every time because you know that R is the subset of A cross B. Suppose I write R equal to now say 1, 5, then 2, 6 and 3, 7. So this is a relation because R is clearly subset of A cross B. It is a relation. And whenever we write this relation, symbolically we can also write 1 is related to 5. This means 1 is related to 5. 2 is related to 6 and 3 is related to 7. So this is the way we represent the relation. Next, uh, we have to understand some of the basic terms of relation. So let me explain those things first. So here, relation is from A to B. So there are three terms which you have to understand. One is called domain. So this is one term we are using. Second one is called codomain, and the third one is called range. So these are the terms we use in relation. Let us see what do we mean by domain of a relation, codomain of a relation, and range of a relation. So this also, let me first give you an example, then let us define what is domain, etc. So let us take A equal to, for example, say 1, 2, 3, and B equal to say x, y. Suppose I take A cross, of course, A cross B is not necessary to write. Let me take the relation directly. Say 1 is related to x, then 2 is related to y. That's all. Because subset means I can take any number of elements. I need not take all. Now, in this relation, of course, this is a relation from A to B. If I take 1 and 2 and this set, this is called domain. So 1, 2. So how do you define it? It is, if R is a relation from A to B, then the set of first element of the ordered pair of R, that is called domain. And normally domain is a subset of A. And then range means here what I have to do is x is related to 1. This is x is the second element. So x and y here y is the second element. This is called the range of the relation. Range means actually it is the set of second element of the ordered pair of the relation. That is called the range. So domain, it is clear. Then range is clear. Then what is codomain? This entire set B is called the codomain. So here codomain is B only, but B itself is xy. So this is xy. So we have to take. So normally range will be the subset of codomain. If it contains all, it becomes range. Otherwise, it is subset. So this is the three terms we use in case of relation. Let me just give one more example and then we shall define it. Say let us take A equal to say x, y, z, t and b equal to let us say 1, 2, 3. Suppose we define a relation r equal to say x1, then y also 1 and z 2. Oh, this is a relation. So under this relation, what is the domain of this relation? So domain, let me write it as D. This will be equal to, see what is the definition? Set of first element of the relation is called domain. So I have to take x, comma, then y, then z. So this is uh, domain. Now what is the range? Let me take range as range only because I don't want to use R. R means relation. So here we have to take 1 and 2. Now it is very clear here. Domain is the subset of A and range is also subset of B. Codomain is B. Codomain will not change. For a given relation, codomain is fixed. That means you have to take the second set as it is. Range is only subset of codomain. If all the elements here are here also, then of course range and codomain are one and the same. Now we can define the terms domain and codomain and range. So let me define it now. Domain. So the set of first element of the ordered pair xy belonging to R is called domain. So this is the definition. Once again, I need not give the example. Similarly, range means so same thing again, right? The set of second element of the ordered pair xy is called the range. Therefore, here only I can change it. Set of second element of xy is called range. And the third one is if A is R is a relation from A to B, B is called the codomain. I need not write here once again. Definition is this: if R is a relation from A to B, B is called the codomain. So these are the four things which you have to remember before we proceed further. Therefore, let me sum up. First one is definition of the relation. That's the first thing. Second one is domain. Third one is codomain. Fourth one is range. So these are the four things which you have to understand. Then the next one is how do we write the relation? So there are three different methods. So you can write the methods of representation of relation R. R means relation. So there are, in case of set you have seen, a set can be represented using set builder form. Second one is roster form. Third one is even you can use Venn diagram, etc. Same way here, we can use set builder form, then roster form and also diagram. That is called ray diagram. So the first one is set builder form. A relation can be always represented using set builder form. Let me give an example. So definition is not necessary here. So let us take for example A equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B equal to say 1, 2, 3 etc etc. Let me say up to 25. So now I will take the relation R. Suppose I write the elements, then definitely it is roster form. Roster form I need not tell you actually. So 1 is related to say 1, then 2 is related to 4, then 3 is related to 9, and 4 is related to 16, and 5 is related to 25. And definitely this R is a subset of A cross B. A cross B is a very big set, because here 25 elements are there. Here 5, 25 into 5 means 125 elements will be there, ordered pairs will be there. It is not possible to write them. So I have taken only the subset of R. Sorry, subset of A cross B. Now this, if you write it is roster form, because I have written the actual element here. So this is one method. How do you write it? You know how to convert a roster form into set builder form. So what we can do is, this we can write set of all x, y such that y equal to x square, y equal to x square. You can check here, this 4 is 2 square, 9 is 3 square. So and what is the condition? X belonging to A if I write, that is sufficient. If you want, you can take y belonging to B, because second element should be from B. So this is called roster form. Sorry, this is called set builder form. This is roster form. So the first one is set builder form. Second one is roster form. I need not once again explain roster form. When you are actually writing the element, it is called roster form. There is third one. This is called ray diagram. Ray diagram. So what do you mean by ray diagram? Here what you see, we have to do like this. First you take the first A. We know how to represent a set using a Venn diagram. Same thing we are using here. A, you write 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So these are the elements of A. Then you write here B. Here this is A, this is B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. up to 25 you have to write. Of course, I don't want to write everything. Now I have to show like this. 1 is related to 1, therefore I have to show, that is why it is called ray diagram. I have to show like this. 2 is related to 4 like this. 3 is related to 9. Let me write here. So 3 is related to 9, because in set I need not use the order. Then 4 is related to say here 16. Then 5 is related to 25. And other elements are there. So of course 9, then 8, then remaining all elements are there. So this is called, of course I have to use ray. So ray diagram. This is visualization of the relation. So this is a diagrammatic representation, roster form and set builder form. These are the three different ways in which we can represent a given relation. Let us take a few examples using all these three methods, that is roster form, then set builder form and diagrammatic. So first example, say let A equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B equal to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let us say R is represented like this using set builder form, xy such that y equal to x plus 1 and x belonging to A and y belonging to B. So definitely this is a set builder form, because the rule is given. Suppose I want to represent this using roster form. What I have to do is, I have to write like this. So here when x is 1, I have to take x equal to 1. So 1, y will be 2. So this is one ordered pair. Then the second one is when x is 2, it is 3. When x is 3, it is 4. Then when x is 4, it is 5. When x is 5, it is 6. I have to close here. So this is the roster form. This is the set builder form. Same thing I can also represent using diagram, that is ray diagram. I have to represent like this. Say like this. Say this is A, this is B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1 is related to 2, therefore I have to use the arrow diagram. 1 is related to 2. Then 2 is related to 3. Then 3 is related to 4. 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. Now we can also find this one. What is the domain of this relation? Domain is the entire thing because all the elements are taken. So what is the definition of domain? Set of all first element of the relation is called domain. Therefore domain here is entire thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the domain. What is the range? The range here is we have to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the range. And it is very clear. Domain is the first set itself. Second, range is the subset of this set B. So B is the codomain. So this is the idea about the relations. Of course, more and more problems we will do in supplementary lessons. Last one concept is remaining that I have to clarify now. Of course, this property we have already studied in sets. The property is this. Consider A cross B. Suppose number of A equal to say M and number of B, so this is N. Then in the last lesson we have seen number of A intersection B, this will be Mn. So this we have made it very clear. Now today we have defined the relation as this is any subset of A cross B. Any subset of A cross B is a relation. Now how many subsets you can form for a given set A cross B? You know that if a set contains n elements, number of subsets of this is 2 power n. This we have studied in sets. Now A cross B itself is a set. So it contains mn elements. Therefore, how many subsets you can form? So the number of subsets of this one is number of subsets of A cross B definitely will be equal to 2 power mn because number of A cross B is mn. So number of subsets of this A cross B must be 2 to the power that number, so mn. So these many subsets we can form, which means how many relations are possible, different relations are possible from A cross B, 2 power mn number of relations possible. This contains two extreme relations. One is pi only because you know pi is the subset of every set. Therefore, pi is called empty relation. This is also a relation. We call it as empty relation. And another one is A cross B itself is a subset of, because every set is subset of itself. Therefore, A cross B is also subset of this. By definition, this is also a relation. And this is called universal relation. So even this you can define actually. Here empty relation means a relation in which no element is related to any element in the second set. No element of A is related to any element of B. That is empty relation. Universal relation means every element of A is related to every element of B. That is universal relation. So these are the two extreme relations. Maximum relation is this one. Maximum relation means maximum number of elements contained in the relation. So this is a relation. no element is contained, this is a relation, and all other relations are in between these two. So this is another understanding. And one last concept, let me make it clear, that is, while defining the relation we have taken A cross B, A cross B, and we defined like this: relation R is from A to B. That means it is every element, not every element of A is related to element of B. This, therefore, we call it as relation from A to B. But sometimes you can also take A cross A. That means relation from A to A only. That is called relation in A. In A. For example, you take a set S, say A, B, C, D. These are the four brothers of a particular family, set of brothers in a family. Now what we can do is S cross S also we can make. For example, A is a brother of B, A is brother of C, A is brother of D, etc. In that case, relation in A. So relation in S. So this is the distinction. It can be from one set A to another set B, or it can be relation in the same set. So we don't call here relation from A to A. That's also correct. But the better word is relation in A. So that makes a distinction. It is from A to B means distinct. Whereas a relation in A means in the same set we are defining the relation. So this is the difference. So let me conclude with this concept. So let me sum up now once again, because this is very important concept. Actually, relation is completed today. So what is relation? Relation is subset of cross product, number one. Then three terms we have to remember. Domain. Domain means set of first element of the relation, that is called domain. Codomain means second set itself is codomain. And range means set of second element of the ordered pair of the relation is called range. And range is sometimes subset of codomain, sometimes the entire set. And domain is the subset of A. Sometimes if it contains all, then it is A. So this is the basic concept. Then we have seen there are three methods of representing a relation. Set builder for, second one is roster for, third one is ray diagram. Then a relation A cross B can have maximum 2 to the power mn relations, and in that relation least one is empty relation which does not contain any element, and the highest relation, that means maximum number of elements which a relation contains, is universal set only, that is A cross B only, that is called universal relation. And the last concept is a relation from A to B means A is different, B is different, so we use the word relation from A to B. If the relation is defined in A to A only, then we call it as relation in A. These are the basic things, and this completes the concept of relation. The next concept we have to take up is function. Therefore, examples related to this one we will be solving in supplementary lesson. If you have subscribed to my channel, very good, very good. Otherwise, please subscribe and share with your friends. Let us meet in the next lesson, that is ML3, wherein we are going to discuss what is function. Remember, function is a separate, special type of relation. You put some restriction to the given relation, then it becomes a function. Let us see those things in the next class. Till then, bye and take care.